Hello Arun, India versus England third test match. We are going to talk about the players to watch out for. And I wanted to ask you which are the players that you think that we should as cricket fans watch out for in the third test match.
I'm tempted to again go for Joe Root, but I'll take England side for once. If they stand any chance of competing with India, then he runs on the top. And the one guy who comes in with some bit of reputation, some bit of runs behind him is Haseeb Hameed. Talented, no doubt. Uh, didn't get runs in that last test match. And kind of, for me, he looked like fish out of water. Uh, didn't look like he had the confidence yet at that stage. So if, like I mentioned, in England are able to get out of this difficult situation, Hameed needs to get runs.
You're right, and he looked a little uncomfortable, missed the first ball in the first innings, but he stood around in the second innings. If you've seen, started moving his feet a lot better, and if you've seen, he's been working hard outside the field. Also, we saw a couple of images of him going back to his home near his house, practicing on concrete wickets. So he's not taken a break. He's not played the 100 or he's not been involved in the white ball games. But he's gone back, practiced on his skills, and most likely he'll be opening in the third test, right? If they have not picked Sibley, so they need an opener. So he might move from number three to a more comfortable position at the top of the order.
Yeah, and hence I picked him. He needs to do a job, for two reasons. One, his career's on the line, and B, England need runs at the top. England cannot beat 30 for 2 or 30 for 3.
Yep.
No.
Yep. Okay. That's Haseeb Hameed. What about the next player?
I'm looking at Robinson. The reason I pick Robinson, Akhil, is Ollie Robinson is because A, the Indian opening pair has been doing its job. They've had to struggle, they've had to work hard, yes, they've done the hard yards, but because Anderson's not clicking with the new ball, India are able to get away. Now, again, like I mentioned, for England to fight back in the series, they need to price the openers out cheaply. And one of Anderson or Robinson, who's a fabulous bowler, Akhil. Ollie Robinson's caught my eye in the last couple of years. I was just doing some research. Since 2018, nobody in the world, no fast bowler in the world's picked up more wickets than Ollie Robinson in the world in first class cricket. We're talking about so many countries, first class cricket, so many teams, yet Ollie Robinson's picked up more wickets than any other player in the world. So, number of wickets, strike rate at which he picks up wickets, he's got this knack of picking up wickets, so England need him to fire.
And he's learned a lot in the last test match, I imagine. I'm not talking about the bowling skills, but his verbal ability to listen to a barrage of verbals from the Indian fielders. He's learned a lot. If you've seen when he came out to bat and just prodded one ball down straight down the pitch, there were at least 7 Indian fielders around him
Crowding
trying to
around
talk to him. So
Yeah.
I'm sure he's learned a lot in just one test match, and he'll be itching to give it back now when the Indian captain especially walked into bat.
Give it back, don't use your mouth.
Like
Don't
Siraj
work
says,
Virat Kohli up, don't work KL Rahul or Siraj or Bumrah up. This Indian team's very different.
okay, that's two players to watch out for. What about the next player? Who do you think from the Indian side maybe?
I don't know. I'm looking at Ishan Sharma. Maybe again, mighty impressive. His 4-2 to England, Akhil, and every tour he's become better.
Yeah.
Every single tour he's become better. A lot of people attribute, his let's say a remarkable change in his career from 2018, that county stint. But I think I'd go as far back as 2015. I saw him in Sri Lanka in the Test series in Sri Lanka. I think that's where I saw the first glimpses of him pitching the ball up. So Ishan Sharma's career broken into two. The first part will be 2008 to 2014. The second part will be 2015. He's been fabulous, absolutely fabulous. The one other thing I like about him, apart from him picking up wickets, for somebody who's played 103 test matches, Akhil, does not mind not being given the new ball, does not mind being utilized in different roles. Happy to sit on the bench, put his arm around the other fast bowlers, speak to them, share his knowledge. On the field, he doesn't mind the fact that he can come in as first change. That's a quality that not too many fast bowlers will like.
You're spot on, Arun, and you picked the year also 2014, 2015. If you remember 2014 New Zealand tour, in
Hmm.
my opinion, that was a changing point for Ishant Sharma.
Hmm.
If you remember, that was a batting heavy tour, Arun. McCullum got that 300, then a
Triple hundred.
400. Virat, Ajinkya, Shikhar Dhawan all got hundreds for India. Ishant Sharma picked up fifers, I think, in both the test matches. And you're right, that's exactly when the trajectory of his test career started to change off. So, super pick. Not everybody will remember him from the second test win, but the wicket that he got off Johnny Bairstow just before we went into an interval, that somehow broke the spirit of the England team when they went into the break interval. So Ishant Sharma spot on, good pick. Who else do we have?
Looking at Joe Root, obviously, we've not spoken much about him. We've spoken a bit, but Joe Root, obviously, how can one not mention him? The reason I bring up Joe Root is also because he, it's a funny thing. He hasn't enjoyed playing at Leeds. Now,
Home ground.
it's like saying Sachin Tendulkar can't get runs at the Wankhede Stadium, or Virat Kohli can't get runs at the Firozshah Kotla. I mean, it's very unusual.
Yeah.
He's got just a 100. The average is mid 30s, so it's very unusual. But England need runs now.
England need runs, and I purposely brought up the home ground one, Arun, because there is a gentleman on the Indian side also who's going to have a home ground at Headingley, isn't it? Cheteshwar Pujara has played for Yorkshire, so for him it will be some sort of homecoming also.
These are the Headingley Test matches are competitive and very very difficult to play on. The surface there, the conditions there, very challenging, and I think that experience that Pujara had might just hold him in good stead. He's due for runs, remember?
He's due for runs. He's looked good in the second innings until that unplayable thing came across, but he's due and he's played at that ground, so he'll have that extra impetus to go and do well now.
Yeah.
Who else do we look out for? Mohammad Siraj maybe?
Absolutely. How can we not talk about Siraj? He won as the last test. Was it match winner, match winning performance, perhaps?
Absolutely, he delivered. He had that long spell, never looked like he was tiring. Always came charging in, and he was a threat. I mean, he got those dismissals for Josh Butler. When Butler looked, he was batting for almost 2 hours. There was nothing happening in the wicket. The ball was old, but still long way away from the new ball. And just to get an edge from a batsman like Butler, he showed his class.
Yeah, and Siraj, much like I talk about Mark Wood in the England camp, Siraj is a workhorse. You give him the ball, and you'll actually have to snatch it away. If you're a captain, you'll actually have to snatch it away. He can just keep running in and in, ball in, ball in, ball in. He will not tire, and he's an absolute captain's delight. I'm glad that we're talking about him because he's had to do things the hard way. His upbringing's been difficult. But I've heard from friends in Hyderabad that he's had those lucky breaks, but the most important thing is he's made the most of those opportunities.
Absolutely has made, and he's now an integral part of this bowling lineup. Relentless at it. There is one player that I wanted to talk to you about, Arun. Rahul and Headingley again are special. We've spoken about it in our show earlier also. That Rahul also came into Headingley on the back of a good performance in England before that. This
Yeah.
KL Rahul is also coming off 100 now at Lords. So we are hoping to see more of that, isn't it? Continue with what Rahul has been doing.
Encore of 2002, hopefully. But Rahul, another case of a player working very hard on his game, improving it, and now reaping the rewards.
Okay, fantastic. So these are some of the players that we think that will do well in the third test matches. Please do tell us and write to us about the players that you think will make an impact, and we are happy to talk about it here.